Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Christmas in June. So many of you asked for a flip through because on the 1st of June, when we started our Best of 30 Days of Sketches series, I started day one with the sketch and a very final, I said, page for my December documented 2021, because I found a photo of myself that I had sort of already matted but hadn't used. So I did that, and I said, really, that is it. And I will do a flip through for the next Christmas in. That is what I'm going to do today, but you will see that, oh my God, I found another couple of photos that I want to get in, but I'll tell you when I get there, and it will just be an insert, because look at this. This is really very, it's actually a little too much. It should probably be 2 albums. I should probably split it out, but I don't really think I want to, so I might just push it, thinking that on the shelf it will be a little more contained. I've not decorated my cover, and frankly, I don't think I'm going to. I've done 2 full ones now. I started many times, which is why I have a generic album. But now I have done 2 lovely little mini albums. I did not decorate the cover of 2020 either. I think what I will do is make sure I keep finding these lovely albums with the green, and that will let me know that they are December documented albums. And I think I will maybe just put the year in here, and that will do it. So I won't spend an inordinate amount of time going through this, but I love to see like a completed album all in one spot, and thank you for all of your comments and requests for me to do that. I will put the playlist down below so that you can go back and see, because I think pretty much every single entry here does have a video. So this is what I did do as my title page, and this was for a Spiegel Mom Scraps project, and I love this. What I did here is I used a die that I have from Close to My Heart, this lovely star die, and I die cut it in cardstock, and then 2 layers of foam, and put some gorgeous Christmas sequins with my December Joy. This is from Vicky Bouton, and this is from Cocoa Vanilla, and then a couple of the foam stars that came out of the die cutting here. Then I scrap lifted my lovely friend Christy. Now, these types of pages, like I just love these, but they really do add a lot of bulk. So I'll see. I did cut 1 layer off of this lovely little stocking, as Christy had done, but it still does add a lot of bulk here. So I'll see. For 2022, I might try and do it a little bit flatter. And here I just have a little sort of booklet of photos, of fun photos throughout the season. So, and that's called just Joyful Moments. So sort of a little bit of a summary. There is the page that I did for Best of 30 Days of Sketches Day 1. I had already mounted this photo, so might as well do it, right? So there you go. This one I had done for Stretch the Sketch, and it's Trim the Tree, and I love this. I got a flare on there, a gorgeous piece of bramble fox, perspective on there, some photos, a little bit of stenciling. So this one is some fussy cutting, a little bit of everything on this one. This was our Christmas sort of party, office Christmas party at the bakery. Now, of course, for the last couple of years, there has not been a big one with all of the bakeries and the production group together. COVID oblige, we have not had. And in 2021, we were able, just our little bakery, to go to a restaurant and at least have a little bit of a celebration. And of course, we do that very, very early because, of course, Christmas is such a busy season for us. So it was on the 20th of November, one 6x8 page, and then a couple of inserts with a couple of 4x6s and 3x4s with the food, all of the lovely team, and then one little insert of sort of the morning after, which I think is fun. And this was a lovely bit sent in my advent calendar. This one was from Christy. As you remember, we did a fun 8 days of Advent to each other, Christy, and myself. That was so much fun. Shall we do that again, my friends? I think that would be fun. This was another one in November. So you can see that my book does start, because of the bakery and how busy we are throughout December. A lot of things do start for me in November. And of course, last year, of course, Mom had just moved into her new place, so there was still a lot to do there, because after she moved on the 5th of November, I had a month to empty the apartment, sort through everything that we had not moved, that we hadn't sorted through together. There was tons and tons. What a job. So this was the 30th year, and it was after a long day. And I actually did take a week off after our lovely little Christmas gathering. I took a week off to try and really get everything finished at Mum. So that was part of my preparing, I guess, for work and for Christmas. I don't put any days on here unless, you know, there is something that I'm recording specific on a day, but it's not a December daily in any way, shape, or form. It's documented, and it contains some everyday life as well as some Christmas fun. This was getting my scrap space all ready for some Christmas scrapping because I am so busy. So just before the Christmas rush started at the bakery, I set up my scrap space with all of my December documented supplies so I could still scrap a little bit in the evenings and here and there and try and keep up a little bit. So, and that really, really worked well for me this year. Christmas cheer, this was fun. This was some lovely gifts that I received from my lovely friend Colleen, from my dear friend Helen. So got that recorded here. I still haven't I still haven't journaled. Oh my goodness, I need to get that done. Our Christmas sort of catalog, the flyer and pamphlet of all of the special cakes and logs for Christmas. Got that. We do that every year as well. I sort of printed this front page. It's an online. We don't actually do a paper one anymore. Some lovely Dottie About Flair Flairalicious pieces. This from Vicky Booten. So that night I did a little bit of tearing here. So you can see I did a lot of 6x8, but I did do some pocket pages as well. Our weather every single year, that's a little bit of a thing. This year, as every year, we start checking the forecast early December. I like to have most of the logs in a week early, but this year the weather is not cooperating. Got the first big order, 650 logs, very late on the 16th, then the 20th, because we need to put a big container outside, so we need freezing weather. So every year, that's a little bit of our, we're watching the weather and we get a little obsessed, Joey and I, with weather. Just a fun little filler page. Now this records done and dusted, finally finished at Mom's old apartment, done, and some silly messaging back and forth with Helen and Christy. Christy sent me this, Helen sent me this. Helen and Christy, we were playing around with this. So done with one of these little flips. Mom's sort of empty apartment with the last sort of 2 bags. Some of the furniture that was staying there to be donated, a lot of it actually, because I really did have to downsize so much and set up the lovely little studio for Mom, and I think in the end it was worthwhile. So a lot of the big chunky furniture stayed behind for a donation. So the 2 months of sorting, donating, recycling, keeping, packing, moving, clearing was finally over on the 4th and the 5th of December. A little bit of cooking. Here, getting myself ready. Again, something else I like to do. I like to cook and then freeze so that during the crazy days, I still can eat fairly healthily. There you go. Now here on the 7th, so you see this one, and I put it outside of the pocket, does have a day on it because I was a guest designer here for the fun event over in Dottie About Flair. Happy holidays with Dottie About Flair. This was my day 7. It was based on a lovely sketch by Lisa. So that was my day. So I was up for my guest design spot on the 7th and hope to play along in a couple of other days. And this is what I found that I need to do as a little insert. I think I'll get it in here using maybe the flips, and I will just get a lovely little insert here about December 10th, which was Helen's day, and her lovely layout as the guest designer, and then my scrap lifting her, because this sort of done and dusted at Mom's, I did in 12 by 12 as well for my everyday album. So got that done. Fun little pocket here that I scrap lifted Christy again. And I love that. And that's about the Advent fun. So the Advent that Kristen and I did. And then I did a little bit of that fun with Helen as well. So I do have one more little insert, my friends. I won't come back and do another flip through, though. There we go. This was sort of fun. Some shortages here, and this is in French because it was Vincent Vin. So our liquor commission was on strike in December, and look at those empty shelves. So I really needed to get that done. It says, François Legault, our Prime Minister, announced that we could be 20 vaccinated at Christmas. That changed, by the way. This was on the 7th of December. That totally changed. But on the 7th of December, our government announced that we would be able to have a Christmas. We would be able to be 20 at Christmas, but the SAQ being on strike meant 20 people without wine. So that's just a fun tongue-in-cheek. So that got resolved, and therefore our shelves were restocked, but as we got closer to Christmas, it got canceled again in 2021. A fun little insert here with some gorgeous sparkly sequins for a Spiegel Mom Scrap project. Christmas Jumper Day, I played along. That was Christmas Jumper Day in the UK for, I believe it's Make-A-Wish. So I told Helen that I would wear my Christmas jumper on that day and send her a photo. That's what this is. Getting my Christmas shopping done. Something I could do without. I do a lot of it online, but I do actually have to go. And this year I was very late but this was the 17th. Usually I'm way, way, way earlier, but I am there the second the store opens. I make myself a little map through the shopping center of which store I'm going to go in, which stores I go, which door I'm going to go back out. I was done by 11. There you go. Lights count. This is just a lovely, lovely view of some of the Christmas lights from my window. I love just sitting quietly in the evenings looking at the Christmas lights. I love Christmas lights. Do you? I love Christmas lights. I find them cheery. I would have them year round, but then I guess we would sort of get a little bit blasé, wouldn't we? Another Spiegel Mom Scraps project. I used some sunburst stencil and some sequins. Christmas ready. This is getting that container filled at the bakery. Vicky Booten Christmas warm wishes. Holiday elves on the 24th. All of our crew ready and waving. That is the absolute best team ever. My Christmas dinner was salmon. So there you go on the 24th. Again, as I say, Christmas was canceled, so there was no get together on the 24th like we usually do. We did not have it in 2020 either. So there you go. Just had a lovely little solo dinner that I thoroughly enjoyed, though. But different this year, I was actually able to see Mom. Well, I think in 2020, as primary caregiver, I would have been able to as well, but Mom was actually in the hospital in 2020. 2021, I was able to go and see her, but fully masked, maximum 2. So Deb did come because Deb's Christmas was canceled. They did a drive-by, and her sister only lives a couple of kilometers away from me, so she was able to spend an hour or so with us, and she came to see Mom with me. But fully masked, maximum the 2 visitors, 6 feet apart. Each of us had to be 6 feet apart, and the windows open. But at least we got a little bit of Christmas time. And then just to finish this off, tongue-in-cheek, this was something Helen and I think Helen sent this to me. Helen, did you send it to me or did I send it to you? I don't remember. But we are hilarious. We think we are so funny. So I think you sent it to me, didn't you? So I still don't know what I'm wearing to the living room New Year's Eve. I might not even go. So I sort of love that. And then just a little bit of journaling about the entire season. So there you go, my friends. Done and dusted. I'll get that little insert in, and 2021. So that is the second full December documented that I've done. I did finish 2020. I realized that I love the 6x8 format, and using that format, I can keep it up. I can keep it up with some 6x8 full layouts. I love that format. And some pocket pages. Not as many, definitely more 6x8 full pages. But I do love the format, so I think I will be keeping it up, my friends. So there you go, Christmas in June. Please make sure you pop on down below and see what all of my friends have for you. We do all sorts here on the 25th of every month. Some do cards, some do layouts to catch up. Some share their albums when they are done. Some are already working ahead to 2022. Whatever it may be. So thank you so much for being, is your album done? If you've done one, is it finished? Are you done or are you still working on it? And what format did you use? And I will see you back here very, very soon, my friends. Bye for now.